तू ही तू ही तू ही तू ही. We have
Have I
Jennifer.
missed much?
There's Jennifer on the call as well. This is the Temple
Hi.
Faith,
Okay.
and you're both from the UK.
Hi, Jennifer. Oh, okay, great.
Hi there. I'm from the
Yeah.
UK. Whereabouts are you?
I'm in the south of London. Where are you?
Southeast Kent on sea.
Okay. Oh, okay, lovely. Well, not so lovely today, but you know what I mean.
It's on and off, isn't it? It's hit and miss.
Yeah. Yeah. This is British summer for you. Yeah. Mhm.
You think we get used to it, but in the end, we just adapt to it, and it is just what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
I see you had a interview with you had this interview. I haven't watched it all yet, but you woke up in the interview. Was that right?
Oh, you watched
You
that?
had no
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've watched some of it. I haven't watched it all yet. Yeah. So
Yeah.
when am I going to have mine? When's it going to happen to me?
Who is it that wants that to happen to you?
I don't know anymore. I've lost everything now. I haven't got a clue who I am, what I'm doing here. I've just given up now. So
That's fine.
you
That's
know.
fine. That's the only
Yeah.
reason to understand it. If you want to understand it, is if you want to go ahead and teach other people. Otherwise, you don't need to understand it. You can just let it go and not pay attention to it. But abide, learn to abide in awareness and consciousness. I insist on somebody wanting to understand it if they want to go ahead and teach it to other people. Because you don't want to be somebody who says, I have realized it, but then when you come to me, I can teach it to you, but then I don't know how to teach it. And I tell you, you just have to believe me, like we spoke last time. Yeah. So if you are not looking to go ahead and teach it, you don't need to understand it intellect. But I'll emphasize again, if you do understand it intellectually, there is there's no way that you will stay as you are. That is impossible. That is guaranteed because the causal body in Vedanta also they talk about the three bodies. The causal body is made up of ignorance. The day that is understood that I am not this person and this mind, when it's understood intellectually, that causal body dissolves back. There is no returning. That is guaranteed.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can like all these other teachers. They just everything is as it is. Just take it as it is. Don't question it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not on any more. Well, I wanted to see you actually, but apart from you, I'm not on any trips anymore or any having to go to meet anybody or
No, you don't need to.
And I've dropped a lot of teachings that I just find some teachers, they talk in riddles, they just talk in such riddles and it gets more and more riddles. And just when you think you know it, they're saying something else. So
that's because
and it just gets confusing.
There is no clarity. You'll find somebody who's clear when they can explain something in one word.
Yeah.
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 And if you want to know what the illusion and reality is, one word I'll tell you is thought. Thought is the illusion. No thought is the reality. Now we can expand on that and talk and for hours and weeks and months. But the reality is any thought you have is an illusion. When you have no thoughts, if you can inquire when there is no thought, what is there then? That's the reality of everything. And I mean, it can't be more simpler than that. Now we can talk about how existence is the absolute reality, or this bliss, cessation of pain and suffering. These are all different topics. We can bring in karma, we can bring in the subtle body, the causal body, the 5 sheets. We can talk of so much about things because there's so many things, but nothing is only one. There is only one nothing.
Yeah. I'm aware of my mind these days sometimes when it's not thinking. I mean, then you think and you think, oh, I was just not thinking, a few minutes ago, but it's not a constant. So, but I'm aware of the chatter.
You want
Yeah.
to, you should put it to the test. Don't wait to observe the mind. You're wasting a lot of time. Why
Okay.
don't you, because you're in control of the mind, why don't you just put it to the test? Like, right,
I,
you would be having so many thoughts that everybody has thoughts that just come in.
yeah.
I'll show you a
Mm.
simple way. Um, right now, just become aware of the next thought that's gonna come in your mind, and tell me what it is.
I can't.
When
I
you're
don't know what the
aware of
next.
your thoughts, they will not come.
Yeah, that's
And
right. Yeah.
when they are not there, when they are not coming, what are you abiding as? What is waiting there for the thought?
Mm. Okay.
It immediately stops the mind.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, I can't do it. Still, it's not a constant, still the
So yeah,
thoughts will
so
come and I'll
they
get
will
engaged
come,
with them and and I'll start thinking about something else and
yes,
another story. And now
and
I'm
that's
stopping
fine.
myself.
That's
Mm.
fine. That's
Oh, okay.
fine. Don't be
Oh, okay.
bothered by that. The idea is not
Oh,
to
okay.
get rid of thoughts. The idea is to stop the thoughts bothering you.
Okay. Okay.
You are experiencing a human life. You're gonna have thoughts. You're gonna have ups and downs. Um, Jennifer is teaching non-duality as well, and it's good that you're in the same
Okay.
country. I'll share your
Oh,
numbers with each other. You can get in touch.
oh,
And
great. Okay. Yeah.
she
Yeah.
can guide you as well. Um,
Great.
Yeah, but this idea of thoughts must stop and I must abide as awareness constantly and have a smile on my face 24 by 7, that is the wrong notion that we are told in non duality or spirituality. You're going to be happy forever. You're going to have a smile, no pain, no
Mm,
disease. That's all a myth.
mm.
You are freed of the person. The person will still experience everything that is there. The character in the movie is not yet dead, right? So
Okay.
he or she will carry on while you abide as the screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So when you say you can't get rid of it, it's also, if you understand it logically, it's like I am trying to get rid of me. You see this vicious
Mm.
cycle. I am trying to get rid of I.
Mm,
The
mm,
thief is trying
mm,
to catch the criminal.
mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand all those, but I don't, it's so hard every day in life when you're living a family life and you got your husband and you got your kids and they're telling you all these things and I'm just looking at them these days. I don't believe any. I mean, I'll give you an example. My son just came to me just now and said, "Mum, shall I get braces or shall I get, I don't know, he wants to get some grills for his teeth." And I said, "Well, what's the price?" He said 4,000. I was just like, I didn't say anything to him. I know. I just said, "It's up to you, son." I just, because I know neither will make you happy. I am getting to this stage where everything I wanted, sometimes I'm getting now, and it's just a rubbish. The things I longed for a long time ago, and now I'm getting them, and then you get it, and it's just another rubbish. So I just find that everything you get is just it doesn't make you happy. Put it that way.
I'll
It
give
might
you
give you a little bit of peace, but it doesn't make you
no,
happy.
no, no.
Yeah.
I'll give you a
Yeah.
simple definition of happiness, a beautiful one that I came across. Happiness is building up tension and then releasing it. Then you feel happy. How do you get more
Yeah.
happy? Build up more tension. And you keep doing that.
And
You
then
don't realize the happiness that you realize after achieving that thing is where you started from. So I'm
yeah.
nothing's happening right now. I want to be happy. Have a desire. I want something. I achieve it. I get happiness and I'm back to where I started and I feel happy.
Uh,
I want to feel
mm,
more happy. Build some more tension up. That's all we're doing.
mm,
Build tension, release it. Build tension, release it. While if you observe where it starts from, that is peace itself.
mm, mm.
So things are fine. You should strive and if you want something, go after it, get it. But your happiness should not lie in it,
Yeah.
and it never will anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Good, good, good. You said last time you're gonna have a lot of questions. Did you write them down?
No.
Okay.
The week went so quick. The week went so quick. I couldn't believe it was Saturday again. It was like I was just talking to you yesterday. It feels
Yeah,
like I
yeah. A
was.
week goes by, time flies by.
Feels
In
like no
fact,
time.
in
Yeah.
fact, similar to what I just told you now, to be aware of your next thought, it never comes.
Mm,
Try to become aware of the next moment. Wait for the next moment to come. There is no next moment. And
mm,
this happens only when you get aware of it, when you're conscious of it. And when does
mm,
time pass by? When you're not conscious of it. When do thoughts come into your mind? When you're not consciously paying attention to the mind, thoughts will come and then you'll catch hold of one and then it will follow it through. But the moment you get
mm.
conscious of them, they will stop or you can control them. What I was saying is, don't wait for thoughts to come to observe them. Why don't you
Okay.
why don't you consciously put in the thoughts that you want? Why don't you consciously think of
Are you allowed to do that? I thought that was cheating. Are you
no,
allowed to have the thoughts you want?
of course, how else are you gonna live your life?
I mean, yeah, but can you really have the thoughts of, I mean, I've done it small money things, but can you really have the thoughts of, I've got £1 million house and I'm living on
Oh, that
Millionaire Road? Yeah,
you're
those
talking
kind of
about
thoughts.
manifestation. Yeah, it works. I'll tell you how it works. We've got the universal mind and you've got your individual mind. Both
Mm,
create through imagination.
okay.
Okay. And we are in the imagination of the cosmic mind, and we have a limited mind in which we can imagine. Now, what you imagine with the intensity will come to pass. That is guaranteed. Um, what changes? I'll tell you what makes it manifest faster or slower is the amount of belief that you have in that thought, the
Mm,
intensity with which you do it, and the amount of time you actually spend on it. Now, if I asked you, do you really think you're going to get the £1 million house really from your heart right now?
yeah, I
Then
feel I
why,
have it.
then why wouldn't you have it? It's just a matter of time.
Mm, mm.
And do you see
My
it?
only downfall is that I don't believe that anything will make me happy anymore.
Oh, it
So
will not make you
anything
happy.
in the world will
It
make
will,
me happy. I don't believe that.
that will not make you happy.
Mm,
You can have the biggest house. How many rooms will you occupy? How many beds will you sleep on? How much
mm,
food will you
mm,
eat?
mm.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna jump from one room to the other and sleep in all the rooms at the same time. The sleeping, eating, the basic stuff is all gonna remain the same. And
Okay.
who do you want the $1 million, £1 million house for? Is it for yourself or
No, for my for the family, and then I can get rid of them, hopefully. Sorry, not in a horrible way, but I just have no interest in anything anymore. What they want to do, the superficial things. I
yes,
just
yes, yes.
have
That
no
that
interest in them, going bowling or doing this. I'll give you an example. My stepdaughter said to me just now, "Oh, what are we doing for Father's Day next week?" Nothing. I couldn't care less. It's Father's. To me as well. It's just a man-made crap government day. To make money. For me, it
yeah,
means nothing.
yeah.
So
It's a
yeah,
phase. It's a
everything's.
phase. That's fine. It's fine. This is a phase. You go through
Mm,
this, and when you
mm,
are disassociated from the world, you can't relate to people talking about worldly stuff anymore.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. It's a phase. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
No, but
Get some.
you sometimes just feel alone. Like
Oh yeah, you
all
are
my friends,
alone.
now, they're just on. I can't talk to them. They haven't. They've gone in spirituality 20 years like me, but they're still stuck with, let's say, mystics, tarot cards, angels, some crap. They're doing, and I just can't even go for dinner with them because that's all they talk about. Let's do some cards. Let's do, and they just talk about nonsense that and they never asked me once, what are you following now? What are you doing? I've noticed people are so inside of themselves. They really don't care. I could say to them, I'm God. They'd just look at me and say, yeah, whatever, you know? what path is she on now, you know? So it's,
Yeah.
for me, I think it's very difficult to be a teacher, because I've watched some of the teachers and I've watched some of the questions are just so stupid, the people talk about, you know. And yeah, I don't know how you cope with people who are still asking superficial questions, you know?
Um, these kind of questions are still fine as long as somebody's talking about self-realization. I do talk to them, but if somebody comes to me with questions related to their life, in a lot of
Yeah.
problems, illness and disease, or those kind of
Yeah.
things, I tell them, non-duality is not interested in your life. It's not
Yeah.
about your life. It's
Yeah.
interested in you,
Yeah.
not your life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
non-duality is not going to solve your life problems. It's going to free you
Mm.
from them, where you realize they're not really happening to you as you feel. uh they're not real in the first place. Jennifer,
Mm.
you have something to say? You've been quiet for some
Uh,
time.
it's just amazing our different perspectives. We're in the same place and we're so in sync, but we just have different perspectives on
Oh yeah,
self-realization and non-duality. It's the way that we actually perceive it and the way that we share what we perceive that is different. It's basically to I feel that within everything what Dev is explaining is absolutely 100% correct. And I feel like I'm a bridge between a therapeutic side of getting to understand and know you as you, but part of your life, and integrating your stories into awareness of how you perceive your life to be. That's bring you into a realization of that, in which you become non-dual as a part of that process. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does make
yeah,
sense
yeah,
to me. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
uh
I take what actually bothers you as a person, depending, like you say, where you are now. You're in this phase of where nothing really matters. And you mentioned that your friends, I've been on this same path in the same way. And
Yeah.
yes, you reach this stage, but it's all part of the dissolution of the ego, of what I call the I. The I person is that which is trapped within the mind. It's our how we identify with it. We are trapped in the mind of our stories and thoughts and experiences. And it's like this complex web that we spin, that we're caught in. We are the spider in that web. And only when we realize we're the spider in that web, we can detangle it. Our mind is like a quantum computer, and we are trapped inside it. But using that metaphor, we can become the user of that computer. We become the user instead of being used by it. We can become the user of it. And like this co-creating thing, basically what Dev was explaining is really true. When you become aligned within yourself, you become aligned also with the energy within yourself, and the energy of all that is. When you become aligned with that energy, everything becomes natural. And yes, there is no eternal happiness as we perceive it in a dual sense, as Dev points out, of stress, tension, happiness. It's the cycle we're wired in our brain for. It's the automatic process of fight and flight. It's survival. We're always going to be wired that way, but it's our perception that we can change of that. Instead of being used and governed by it, we can work with it. We can free ourselves from it. Emotions and stories are like background props. They're like billboards. They, it's only when we interact with them do they become annoying, or do they appeal to us? So why let them ruin our lives? Why let them interfere with us? Unless we identify with them, we can be free by changing just our perspective.
That's a great
Yeah.
point. Temple, I told you last time also, and what she said, literally unconditioned or reconditioned. Like you said, you're not really learning a lot of stuff now. All this is about unlearning, and the root cause
Yeah.
of all this is the I thought. And
Yeah.
I showed you how to do that last time. If you when you're abiding in and as awareness, instead of waiting for thoughts to come, reaffirm that awareness with the word I. Say it mentally,
Yeah.
say it verbally, with feeling, as you would say to this body, as we've been conditioned since childhood. Um,
Yeah.
so we've conditioned it for the word I to mean this. So consciously recondition it to mean awareness. That's all you need to do. And you don't need to wait for thoughts to come. Put it forward yourself. Abide as awareness and reaffirm with feeling, this is who I am. This is what I am.
Okay, I'll try that.
And it's not something that is going to happen in a week's time. It could take a few weeks, could take a few months, depending on how sincere. Do you really believe that? And you
I
should
try to, but it's
at
hard.
this
Yeah.
at this point you should.
Yeah.
And with awareness, there's nothing. You don't need any reaffirmation from anything else. Ask it, inquire into it, check. Am I really this awareness? Question it.
Okay. Okay.
You'll get the answer from there itself. There is no answer from outside.
Okay. Have you done then in your life since you had, since you became more aware, have you had, I've had so many coincidences. It's getting to the point of, I don't care anymore,
Yeah.
I mean, they still amaze me because I'll just think of something and then it will happen, or you know what I mean? I'll want for something and it will just appear. Small things I'm talking about. But have you seen real miracles? I mean, have you done real miracles
Miracles.
or seen real miracles? Yeah, I'm talking
Oh,
about,
no, no, yeah. When I got into non-duality, one thing I understood was uh, any experience is unreal. So I was not
yeah,
interested.
okay.
If you the book Autobiography of a Yogi, it's
Yeah.
such a huge book. I just could not read it because every page is a miracle, a miracle, a miracle. I said, I'm not
Oh,
interested. I don't need that. I want to know what the
oh,
truth is.
oh,
And
okay.
so I've had experiences, and because of that knowledge that any experience is unreal, I didn't pay attention. I've had saints visit me. I've had things happen to me, but I knew that that's not what I'm supposed to look forward to.
Oh, okay.
I've had all that. Uh,
Oh, okay.
because when you get into miracles, now you're getting into another cycle of which there's no end. What is a miracle? It's
Right.
something that is supernatural to what the human person can perform. But it's still going to be another thing. It's going to be another thought. It's going to be there for some time. It's not eternal.
Mm,
It's like a
mm,
Superman or a Batman or a Spider-Man. He's just going to have
mm,
more problems.
mm.
Let me just put this aside. Oh, yeah. Let's go through your questions first. The questions, then we can do the meditation after that and end with that.
Okay. It's just one question. So, with addiction, so all day long, I can say, I'm not going to have a drink. I'm not going to have a drink. I'm not going to have a drink. And then that's fine in the day. And then come about 7, 8 o'clock, out the window, all that thinking of the day, all the good things written down out the window, and I'm pouring the drink.
Yeah.
I just can't stop unless it's I go to my sister's house and there's no drink. Then I know there's no drink, so I don't care. I don't care. I'll just watch a movie, go to bed. But in my house, I know there's drink, even if
Yeah.
I hide it.
Yeah.
Even if I haven't got it, I'll still look at my watch and say, "Oh my God, it's still time. I can go to the shop."
Yeah.
Why can't this addiction go? No matter, no,
Frozen.
why? I can do it some days. especially when I'm not at home in the same environment. It's very easy, I find it. But in home, just it's always tomorrow, tomorrow, next week. That's been going on for like 10 years.
Wow.
So
Why is it bothering you?
because I started last year. I started to get a heart condition.
Okay.
So I want to give up everything, like drinking and smoking, and yeah, just to even though the doctors haven't said my heart condition was, so it's not to do with drinking and smoking. But I want to be fit. I don't want to rely on anything, to just go to bed naturally and keep on,
Yeah, but I'm
you
just
know.
asking you again. I'm just asking you, why does drinking bother you? Is it bothering you?
You're frozen.
Mm.
You're frozen. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Am I
Yeah,
back?
it's happening.
Yeah,
Am
it's
I
moving
back?
now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
I
was
didn't
asking
hear
you,
any of that.
why do you want to stop drinking? Is it are you is it hurting you in any way, or is it harming
No,
you
I
in any
just
way?
I just don't like it anymore.
Then it will
I like to. Yeah.
naturally die down.
You think?
Um,
I've.
I'll tell you how if you don't like it anymore and you're still drinking, then you're
Mm,
drinking a very small limited amount, which is you don't go overboard, you don't over drinking, you're not getting pissed. You're just
mm.
drinking a little bit and keeping yourself, you're just in a happy space, and that's it.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
that
like this habit. I want to go to bed, like have a natural sleep, because I find I don't have no dreams anymore. I just get to bed. uh,
I didn't hear that. Your voice, you broke.
I said I don't. Know, for me, it's just an excuse to go to sleep,
Okay.
so I don't have to. So
You've got to replace it.
you're frozen as well.
Um, yeah, am I back?
with
Yeah.
with
You've
another
got
drug.
you've got to replace that with something else or something better. If you just try to stop it, you've got to fill that time up or that void with something else to make a transition. Otherwise, that time is like a dedicated time for you. You know that before going to bed, this is what I normally do. If you don't change and introduce something new,
Mm,
that you're still gonna long for that because there's that time available. And it's got to be
mm,
something better than what uh, the kick or the feeling that alcohol gives you. Whatever you replace it with should make you feel better than that. And if you want to go the healthy way, if you go through exercise, a good way to come and fall asleep is to go out for a walk, come back, and you're tired and your body will just want to sleep. But that would not be fun in the beginning. But if you do it for a month forcefully, after that you'll get addicted to that walk.
mm,
Exercise is also very addictive. When you start doing exercise,
mm,
you can't stop. If you miss 1 or 2 days, you'll feel as bad as leaving alcohol. So you've got to replace it. It's a
mm,
habit. How do you replace a habit?
mm,
Either you get something better than what you already have,
mm.
or you change it with something else in that time, in that place, with a new thing. Is it also the high that you get with alcohol?
Yeah.
You like the high or you don't like the high?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
But after a while, you can't get it. You can't get it as you'll get this great high. But if you're doing it every day, the high it doesn't last as long. You need more and more.
Yeah. Yeah. You keep, obviously the dose needs to be increased again and again. You've got to again realize that it's high for the mind. Like I am high on life. I'm 24/7 high. No alcohol or drug can make me higher than what I am right now. And it's
Yeah.
constant.
Mm.
I
Uh,
wish I could get that. Yeah, I wish I could get that.
we're just
You
high on
can.
life itself.
Folks,
You
Ah,
yeah, I
can.
know.
uh,
I see. Yeah, I
Jennifer,
wish I could.
you've experienced something similar, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Same for me.
share something with that. Was it somebody in your family who had an addiction or something, if I remember?
Oh, on my side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my husband. He suffers from obsessive compulsive disorder as a result of the actual neurological problem within the brain. Keeping it simple, but he's doing really well recently. But however, he's lacks the serotonin in the chemical of the brain, and he self-medicates by using alcohol, and that will always be the way for him.
Okay. Okay. I'll tell you, Temple. Let me give you some ideas how it happened with me. I've done almost everything. I don't think there's anything left that in life that I would say I have not experienced or tried out. And when I got into this spirituality, non-duality, I knew all these things were gonna come to an end. I could feel it. I used to eat meat. I knew I'm gonna stop at some time. It just was there, but I still kept eating it.
Yeah.
I knew I'm gonna stop eating eggs as well, and I still kept eating them. What happened one day?
Okay.
The eggs that I ate or cooked was spoiled and they were rotten. So a really rotten taste went into my mouth, and I was like, "That's it, done." From that day, never,
But this
never,
happened to me as well.
never.
Before I was realised this was happening to me. The meat and eggs and dairy, it
Yeah.
just all stopped.
So your
It
body will
just
not be able to take it
stopped.
anymore. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I
So
didn't realise this.
so your body, as you become more, the mind becomes more subtler and clearer. Your body will not be able to digest this kind of foods, and you'll feel like you want to leave them, let go of them. Yeah. So mine
Yeah.
happened in that way that it really was rotten eggs that I ate and it stopped. Now, alcohol. Now, alcohol, I used to drink occasionally and I used to drink alone at home. And I used to just drink maybe one or two shots and that would keep me happy. And one day I just thought of it. Should I be really drinking? Because I'm not drinking it to a point where I'm, you know, falling or getting drunk. So I wouldn't know whether I'm supposed to drink or not supposed to drink if I'm just taking a little bit. So I just asked the universe, should I be drinking or not? And that's it. The next day, my friend invited me over to a party. We went, got drunk. I don't know how I reached home. In the morning, I was on the floor. I don't know. My wife said she phoned the cops. My neighbors were like, we're going to come up and, get rid of this person who's screaming in the night. And that's it. I got my answer. I never touched alcohol after that.
Okay. Mhm.
So sometimes you can do this kind of thing. Just ask.
So,
And
yeah, but I don't want a near-death experience to tell me, you know?
no, believe me, whoever is going to do that for you loves you more than you know.
Okay. Okay. I'll try it.
No,
But I know what you're saying.
yeah,
I know what you're saying. It's the days that I don't have it now. In the past was so difficult. I would be up all night pacing, I can't sleep. Whereas now I just tell my mind, I'll shut up and I just go to bed. And I don't know, within about 1 or 2 hours, I do fall asleep. So, but before I couldn't even lie in the bed. It was my mind was like, and now my mind, I can just tell it to shut up
yeah,
and me as much. So I know when my mind starts to settle, like what you said,
yeah.
these things that I don't want anymore, are gonna leave, are gonna have to leave. Yeah.
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 You get that feeling, the sense that this has to stop. It's gonna stop. I can
Yeah.
feel it. It's gonna. So
Yeah.
let it happen. It will happen on its own.
Yeah.
Let it.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
It
yeah.
happens
Whereas,
naturally.
yeah. Whereas I'm fed up of having a fight. You know what I mean? All day I'm saying to myself, it's not gonna happen tonight. Tonight's gonna be the night. And then I don't know, like I said,
But
come at 9 o'clock,
you're
something else
manifesting it.
is over.
If all day
Okay.
that's all you're thinking about, that is what's gonna come
Yeah,
to
now I
happen.
don't in the evening. How so
Okay.
yeah.
But
But
don't
I'm
worry,
getting close.
don't worry about it. As long as you're not making, a mess of yourself by drinking,
No, I'm not
it
at you
will
on the
fall
floor
off
and I
on
didn't
its
know how
own.
I got home. And I still know what's going on, so I can still even drive a car, let's say, if I had to. So yeah.
So it will
Yeah.
fall off naturally on its own. Don't give it so much attention.
Mm.
You'll just find someday that the body
Yeah,
and the mind cannot take it anymore.
yeah.
It doesn't
You're
need
right.
it anymore.
Yeah.
We never think of this, but in science they talk about matter and mind. So there is matter and there is the mind, which are separate. They don't treat the mind as matter in science.
Okay.
Okay. And while in Advaita, they treat mind as matter as well. It is subtle matter. And how can we prove that? Anything that we eat, which is matter, food, affects
Yeah.
our mind. And there is no way it would affect our mind if it wasn't matter as well.
Yeah.
So our mind is affected by what we eat, and our mind is made up of matter. So it directly does affect. And as you transition, as you come into your own as awareness, you'll find that the mind can't take that anymore. It won't give it any more pleasure.
Yeah.
And you'll start distancing. Just the same way you're not mingling with your friends and you're changing your company with the food, the places, everything.
It changes. Everything around you changes.
It's a gradual transition which you can't stop. It will happen on its own. Don't fight with it.
Indeed. Yeah.
Don't fight with it.
Great.
And you need nobody's help for that to happen.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Ramana Maharshi always said, and this was really interesting. God, Guru, and the self are one and the same. So your ultimate teacher is within you.
Yeah.
There's no bigger teacher. And if you ask the questions rightly within yourself, that's the best place to get the answers. You'll get the answers from there better. Even here, right now, what I am sharing is nothing but maybe what you need to hear through me. But it's you being directed here by yourself.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Good. So cheers to that.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Jennifer, you had any questions? You sent me this simple. I didn't understand that simple message. It's simple and nothing and everything.
Just simple. Basically, there's no words. It's just what you said to me last time.
Yeah.
It just fell into place naturally, really.
Yeah.
In just knowing about we co-create, we are one with the source, we are that energy, and at the end of the day it just becomes a natural realization of what it is. It's no big thing, it's nothing mystical.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I get it. Yeah.
Sorry, I should have been more, how would you say? It was just, I thought you might pick up on it is all. It's just so everything's natural.
Yeah. When when you come into spirituality, the promises and the vision that we have is this is divine and everything else is like evil and it's bad. And we simply have 4 parts of the human being: the spiritual part, the emotional part, the mental part, and the physical part. This non-duality is your physical, spiritual part. That's it. So when you realize who you truly are, now you can play the game of emotions, thoughts, and actions.
And life.
Don't need to get rid of them. And there's nothing mystical, there's nothing magical about it. It's so
It's
simple, so
natural.
straightforward. We have
And
made it so complex.
And it's just so funny. It's just loving life. It really is living it, being in it, loving it.
Yeah. Now when you understand it, it's like how did you ever miss it? And now I sit back and try to understand, how did we ever miss it? And why do we miss it? And why does somebody who doesn't understand it, why can't they see it? Why don't they understand it? It's like simple. Temple, everything around you is one. You get that?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Do you see everything?
But I still miss it because I'm not there yet.
No, do you see everything as one?
Yeah, I try to.
No,
I see everything as an extension of me.
No.
No.
Now it's simple. Just
No.
check this out. You cannot see the oneness. You can't see it because your eyes are an instrument that perceive only light and separate objects. But your mind can recognize something that is, it's like the sky. When you look up, you know the sky is colorless.
Everything is one.
When you look up, the sky is always a different color. But yet you know the sky is colorless. Just because you know the sky is colorless, it's not going to appear colorless. Now, in your mind, look around you and recognize existence. You know what existence is? Things are in existence. Look around and see if there's anything that is not in existence.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's not in existence?
No, everything is here. Yeah, everything is here.
How many existence are there?
Just one.
Is it broken anywhere? Is it divided anywhere?
No.
Okay, can you see this existence with your eyes?
Yes, I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think it's my eyes.
You're seeing it or you're recognizing it? There's a difference.
Both.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it and recognizing it.
But you can only do one at a time. You either see an object or you recognize it in existence. If you look now, point your attention to any one object over there.
Yeah, I'm recognizing it.
Yeah, so you'll see it with your eyes. That's a separate thing, but you recognize that it's in existence. And that's available to you anytime, anywhere. Now, that doesn't mean you go around just recognizing existence all the time. You know it's always there. It's never going to go anywhere.
Okay.
So now it's like you're seeing the absolute truth, and yet you don't see it. You can only recognize it. It's like you see a blue sky, but you recognize it's colorless. You'll never see a colorless sky.
Okay.
So this is how we miss it all the time. We don't know that when you go into love and devotion, they say God is everywhere. That's the God that's everywhere. This existence, He's right before you. He, she, it, whatever it may be. You're seeing God, yet you don't see Him because you're looking for a thing. And that is not a thing. Holy moly. Sometimes I feel I talk too much. I talk too much.
Your brain is trained in a different way, isn't it? So we've like brainwashed, to think we are in the world, and we are a person in the world. What it is as well is that we don't see the space. We don't recognize the space. So that's what I feel makes me separate from the tree over there. is because of the space between us, you know, because I don't see the space, you know, I can't recognize the space.
You're
You know,
frozen.
which means just air or just, yeah, to be one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand it, but yeah, the brain doesn't interpret it. Yeah. It still says,
there
oh, there's
will
a
come a
trio of them.
time. There will come a time when it will happen.
Yeah.
When it just, with awareness and understanding, there's something that happens in the mind and the brain, and it's like penny drops. And no matter, you're always searching after that penny, you know, or forever, or it's like a carrot. We're always seeking the carrot and we're missing what really is, and then it will happen.
And surprisingly, it will happen at the most unexpected time. In the most unexpected way, when you least expect it.
Well, I've got a big court case coming up. I've got a big court case coming up, and I keep saying, please don't happen in my court case. Please. I know that's just my mind saying, you know, even if it does happen in my court case, it will be fantastic because then I'll see the reality for what it is, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Imagine that. You'd be either cracking up laughing or running out in terror, either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to win the court case. But anyway, yeah.
You want to do this meditation, and then we'll call it a day after that, if there's any more, unless there's any more.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. How difficult you can get into the state of awareness fairly quickly, or do you need me to guide you into that?
No, I think I can. Yeah. No, I think I can.
Okay.
It should be okay.
Yeah. It'll be good if you close your eyes. You can keep them open if you want, but if you close them, it'll be better. All right. So with your closed eyes, just if you pay attention to your thoughts, they'll stop. And you have no thoughts, an empty mind, a blank mind. It feels spacious. And if you pay attention to it, if you become conscious of this blankness, you'll find it expanding from a single point, or wherever your eyes are focused. It will expand into infinity. There is no limit to where it can go. And there's absolutely nothing in the mind. It's a blank mind. There's nothing in it. And recognize that you are still there. There's a blank mind, and there is still you. Now we'll grab hold of this nothing and take a look at it. Try to see if there's a beginning, a middle, an ending anywhere of this nothingness. And you'll find there's absolutely no beginning, no middle, no ending. Temple, I'll ask questions, answer them. See it for yourself. Inquire into what I'm asking, and give the answers from your direct experience. Does this nothingness have any form, any size, any shape?
No.
Okay. Can it be perceived by any of your senses? Can you see it with your eyes, smell it with your nose, taste, touch?
No.
Does it have any color, any fragrance?
It's just dark.
Is there any beginning or middle or end of the darkness?
No.
Then it is just what it is. Dark and light is a thought of the mind. Is there, take a look now, and this, pay attention, take a look. Is there any place where this nothingness is not?
No.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
If something is everywhere, we'd have to call it omnipresent. Now take a look. Is there any time when it was not or will not be? No.
No.
So it's always been and will always be. That's what we call eternal, timeless.
Mhm.
Take a look. Was it ever born?
No.
So if it was unborn, can it ever die? Can it ever die?
No.
Hmm. Okay. Now have a look. Where has it been all this while in your entire life? Has it suddenly just come up a few years back, a few months back, maybe right now? Where has it been?
It's always been there.
It's always been there.
Yeah.
All right. Can it ever go away?
No.
Never. Even after we stop this meditation or guidance.
No.
Okay. Can it be affected by any disease, old age, ups and
No.
downs of life? Can it become sad, depressed?
No.
Can anything in your life, any ups and downs, affect it in any way?
No.
Okay, great. You've seen that it's unborn, can never die. That is what we call immortal. Take a look now. Is there anything in the universe that is apart from it?
I don't know. The light.
Don't bring in the mind. Is there
When I
any,
open my.
sorry?
Mm,
Is there anything in the universe which is apart from it?
I don't think so.
Be sure, take a look. Is it one with everything?
Yeah.
It is. If there is no other thing apart from it, that's what we call non dual. There is no two. Does this nothingness need to become enlightened?
No.
Does it need to become rich, famous?
No. No.
Okay, great. Take a look now. Is there any gap between you and this nothingness? As we started in the beginning, there was nothing and there was still you. Take a look. Is there any distance or any gap between you and this nothingness?
No.
So if there is no gap, then it would be right or correct to say that this nothingness is you.
Yeah.
And if this nothingness is you, then all the answers that you have given apply to you. You are omnipresent, timeless, eternal, immortal, non-dual. This is the real you. Now let's confirm this further. Is this nothingness more real than the personal nothing, the person I? What feels more real?
This.
This. So this is really who or what you are. Uh, okay. So if this is who you are, the only way to recondition the word I, the identity thought, is to abide in and as this awareness and reaffirm I with the same intensity and feeling that you have had for this person. So if you are abiding in this awareness right now, just feel, you're feeling nothing, but you can feel. Try it. If you say, I feel, you'll feel. And if you don't add any word after that, you'll be feeling nothing, but you'll feel. There will be feeling. Can you do that?
Trying.
Just say mentally, you can say it, or you can say it out aloud. I feel, and you'll find your body feeling, but yet you have not said what you're feeling. So there is nothing that you're feeling. With that, let's do something else now. Oh, let's do this. I'll give you a better one. This is nothing. What word do you prefer? Awareness, consciousness, nothingness, emptiness? Which word do you resonates more with you?
Awareness.
Awareness. Great. Repeat after me. Awareness. Awareness. Feeling this nothingness, awareness. Just repeat the word awareness. Awareness. Awareness.
Awareness. Awareness.
And holding the same feeling and everything as it is, replace the word awareness with the word I. So awareness, 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 let it grow, let it expand. Awareness, 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 I. Same feeling, everything the same. The word changed from awareness to I. I. Reaffirm. I. The same feeling of awareness, nothingness. Reaffirm the word I. You'll find your mind might try to stop you from doing that or say that this is not real. But that's reconditioning the mind now. This is how you do it. And the moment you can feel I and this awareness, I am awareness, that's all you need to do until it dissolves. Can you say the word I and feel it and see if it resonates? Does it feel right?
I can. They both feel right. Awareness and I. They both feel the same.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now you spend some time every day in this abiding at and now you can ask this awareness any question that you want regarding anything in your life. Ask it. Does this awareness need alcohol? Any drink, will it make it happy in any way?
I was telling me no straight away.
Yeah. Ask it, will you end up quitting alcohol?
Yeah.
Do you need to worry about it?
No, I can hear you laughing.
Now you can sit. This is yourself. Ask it all the questions you want. It will give you the right answers. Do not bring the mind in. When you bring the mind in, it will have its own answers.
Okay, I'm finding it so relaxing though. I've nearly dropped the phone. I'm holding the phone in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm finding it so relaxing saying awareness. I feel like I'm gonna drop the phone on the floor. Because my hand is becoming so relaxed. So, but I would definitely try this one every day now.
Yeah. Do this.
You know,
Do this,
normally
even
I
if
just
you.
do meditation and try to think of nothing. But I realized when I done this, the thoughts were gone. They weren't coming in. I was so busy concentrating on the, everything dark or light or whatever you want to call it. I was so busy listening to what you were saying, you know, look if there's any corners, any edges. Whereas before, normally I go into meditation and the thoughts come in like mad, and I just try to stop them. That's it. That's all I can do. So, but this I will try. I'll report back to you next week. You've taught me this one before, but this time it was, I don't know, maybe I was overthinking last time, but this time it was very intense, to the point I wasn't sitting on this chair. I could feel my hand was holding the phone. I don't know how it was holding it, but I knew it was going to drop at any minute. So yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Okay,
try
wake
this,
up.
work on this. I mean, it's logically, it's the correct way. You have all your life, you've been saying I as this body. Now you're reaffirming I, reconditioning I to awareness.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Logically, it
Thank you.
works. Yeah. All right.
you.
I think it's just about 2 minutes left. Jennifer, anything?
Yeah, I just want to add, it was brought back memories. It was this actual meditation that served as a catalyst for myself
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
in the experience of shifting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does work.
Okay, I'll report
All
back
right.
next week. Can you
Okay.
give me Jennifer's link as well? What do you, Jennifer, do? Do you do weekly dual meeting, non-dual meetings? I mean, Jennifer?
I will be eventually, but at the moment I run a group on WhatsApp.
Oh, okay, great.
I use counselling and self-reflection and self-inquiry. I combine the two, counselling
great.
and non-dual.
Oh, great.
Basically, use a lot of metaphors, and I use a lot of practical images and things that can make sense and resonate with you personally.
All right, Temple, I'll share your numbers with each other, then you can message each
Yeah,
other.
great.
All right.
Yeah,
So
thank you
I'll
very
see
much.
you next week. Cheers. Time
Yeah,
out.
see you
Take
next
care.
week.
Bye,
Thank you.
Temple.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
bye, bye, bye.
तू ही तू ही तू ही तू ही